Kast starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kombat Cast. We're very excited to have you here. We have a great Kombat Cast today. I'm Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
I'm Derek Kurtzik, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
And I am Stephanie Brownback, the QA lead at NetherRealm Studios.
Nice.
So we're excited about the stream today. We have a lot of great stuff to show you. We have T1000.
Metambo.
Cameo joining the game, which is super exciting.
Metambo.
And we also have some balance stuff to show. We have a lot of videos, probably more videos than we've shown in a while.
Let's get to it.
Balance. So before we get to all of that, let us show, for those of you who have not seen it yet, the T1000 trailer. Here you go.
Your shapeshifting is so elegant, so refined.
It makes us more efficient killers.
Fight!
Have you seen John Connor?
John Connor? Dude, you've got Johnny Cage.
You're not a man. You're a machine.
A T1000 advanced prototype, liquid metal.
Finish him! Fatality. T1000 wins. Flawless victory.
There it is, T1000. Very excited for T1000 to join the roster. Let's talk about real quick, like we always do, what stood out to us about the trailer. Stephanie.
For me, it's when he does a dive kick, but instead of a kick, it's turning into the big gloopy thing. I've never seen a dive glute before.
Yeah, that's great.
Mine's going to be Madame Bo, and then she beats your ass with a chancla. All right? Like, that's a weapon of mass destruction. You do not mess with a chancla ever.
Understood. For me, it's just the references.
Yep.
You know, just seen the movie recently again, and like every little bit is something from the movie, and maybe some stuff from MK lore as well.
Yeah.
Like
I heard you had a watch party and we weren't even invited.
We did. A lot of the folks that I work with are younger and have not seen T2.
Which is
And
weird.
I'm like, we have got to see this.
And now here we are.
Super holds up.
So that's T1000. We're very excited for you to play them very soon. Now let's talk about some balance stuff. We have about 7 videos. I'm going to go through what they do beforehand, and then you'll watch the video. So what we first have is Baraka players. A very new, interesting way of using your Fatal Blow. You have a new thing that replaces your Fatal Blow. So when you're under 30% health, you activate Desperate Tarkatan. Now at this time, you will be losing some health as it goes, slowly ticking away. But while it's active, you can keep doing special moves and chain them together. There's more to it. You'll see it in the, You'll see it in the patch notes, but let's take a look at how that looks. All right, very interesting.
I mean, that's exactly what you described.
Kind of, yeah,
Pretty
crazy
much.
combos,
Pretty
crazy
much.
combos.
Pretty much.
Melina fans out there.
There's a few.
There are. Melina also has a new thing very similar to Baraka.
Oh, it's the Tarkatan blood, I'm sure.
Yes, it has definitely a lot to do with Tarkat. When she is below 30% health, she can replace her Fatal Blow with a thing where she's able to, called Crazy Tarkatan, where she can link strings together, weird cancels, you can do a bunch of new crazy combos. Now, at the end of it, you will have to like regain your composure, so you want to get all the damage out that you can, because you'll be stunned for a moment, but it's going to make for a bunch of new combos and new crazy scenarios.
Is there a video?
Let's take a look at it.
Those combos just went on and on and
they
on.
did.
That was definitely crazy.
Yeah, with a K.
And you'll see at the end, she had to, like, she was
She had to purge it out.
She did. So another new thing for Melina fans to do. Kenshi has some changes.
Didn't see this one coming.
Balance stance, some tweaks to both Balanced and Sento. Hit reactions were changed to allow for more room for Kenshi to extend some Kenshi combos and allow for easier ways into Sento stance. Sento stance was reduced by a few seconds, but we gave Kenshi a new way out of Sento stance
Is there a video?
with a new move called Soul Exit. Let's take a look. All right, so some new changes to Kenshi. We got another video. It's kind of a mashup. We got Reiko and Tremor. Reiko's Charging Pain has some quality of life changes coming this patch. Can cancel the running portion and it'll come out a little faster, letting Reiko mix up his pressure. He can also perform his arrow command grab from the run. Here's a big one. Tremor now can turn himself into a rock on the ground.
A rock?
That you can even,
A rock.
a rock. That you can jump off of like an interactable or throw.
It's very fun.
Let's take a look at that.
But you were joking. That rocks.
Bro, there we go. I get you. Here's a big one. General Shao players, and also those who use Striker, another mashup. General Shao is now given a new move this patch, which isn't exactly a move so much. It doesn't do damage, but it allows you to keep your weapon on the ground longer. Different ways you can do that, so you can keep doing those like punching mix-ups and whatnot. But also, Striker from UMK3 has
my favorite.
Rapid Fire has been added to his arsenal. Let's take a look. So a lot of new ways to play General Shao, keeping the axe on the ground longer and just doing punches, 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 and Striker comes out,
Blah, 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 blah,
keeps them back a little bit. Awesome stuff. Sub-Zero has something coming that I think a lot of fans are going to be very excited about. It has a new move called Polar Palm, which is, I mean, for the most part,
Sounds like Cold Hand.
It does. It's like it's a freeze in the
Hand.
middle of a combo.
What?
Let's take a look. I am sure a lot of Sub-Zero fans out there are really going to enjoy
He's
that.
top 5 now.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Finally, Tanya players. Tanya's Enhanced Seeking Guidance has a new mechanic to it, which
boy.
allows Tanya to use this buff as a hit confirm and combo out of the charge. There's more to it again, like we've talked about. We can see that in the patch notes, but let's see it in action. So new ways for Tanya to play.
Is it tomorrow? Because that combo seemed like it lasted forever.
Tanya has some new tricks up her sleeve for sure. Exciting. And that's right now, for the videos we have, that's all we have.
Cool.
We will have patch notes coming out right before the
Patch?
for T1000, yes. But before that, Derek, anything you'd like to talk about?
Woo! So, of course, new patch, new season. Well, not new season, just a rerun of a previous season. We have Season 3 coming back, a.k.a. Season of the Cryomancer. There are some new seasonal palettes for some of the new DLC characters, similar to what we've done with like the Season of Blood and things like that, where we wanted to make sure that some of the DLC characters got a little seasonal love as well. Again, across the Golden Pathway, there's a few new rewards scattered along the way, so if you're replaying the season for another second time, there's still new things for you to achieve and whatnot. We've also sprinkled in some of those mini games that we've made from, you know, Season 8 and continuing to add to the reruns of seasons. So there's still stuff in there for you to go ahead and collect and obtain if you've played the season before, and if you haven't played the season before, welcome to the Season of Cryomancer. Probably my favorite final boss fight.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, DK.
You got it.
We are going to move on now to, we're going to show off Madame Bo and T1000.
Woo!
Let us start with Madame Bo.
So let's check out Madame Bo. We'll start with her throw. It's a great one.
Love the vibe.
Yeah, all right. So the first move I'll show is her bottle toss. It's her neutral attack. She comes out, throws a bottle. It's an arc projectile. Not a ton of damage, but it's an ambush move.
Full bottle service.
Second one, she comes out with a quick mid attack.
Oh, breaks her back a little bit.
A little bit. Look, she's very, very good at fighting, but very old.
Oh, fragile.
Now, the fun thing is, if you want to use both cameo bars and meter, you can hold it down and she'll go into these flippy flops,
Flippity flops.
which you can actually use to do double team attacks.
Ooh. Nice.
And the follow-up to that is back is a quick low
She coming in hot.
with the exact same mechanic. Hold it down, and she
Oh,
goes
cool.
into this awesome double team where you guys can work together.
Nana time.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot of really crazy stuff
Really
with
fun
that.
combos with
And the one
that.
thing I really like about Madame Bo too is when she interacts with the player character so much.
Yes.
Like you jump over her when she slides in and things like that. It just adds a little extra oomph to it.
So that's kind of her base, very simple set that you can use.
There's more.
There's a lot more.
Stop it, you.
So she actually has drink service. Hit down in R1 and she'll come out, and from there you can hit down to R1 again to take a drink. And you have 3 levels of drinking. You can see right under my light bar, I'm at level 1.
Okay.
Now I have 3 drinks, and you get
Full
different,
bottle there.
Yeah,
Yep.
you get different moves depending on your drunken level. So the first move you can do is new dashes. Down back R1 or down forward R1, and these have a ton of range. So like, let's compare. Take a drink, my normal back dash, my normal dash. It's like almost 3 times more.
There's large stumbles that
Yes.
get you back and forth.
You can also use a bar meter in a combo, cancel into it, and then continue. So that's going to open up your combo possibilities for every character. You can do these custom combos that normally wouldn't be possible.
Very cool.
Very cool stuff. Now again, that's going to take a bar meter, and it's going to take one of your drinks away.
Don't take my drinks away.
Let's see With level 2, you gain access. This is so fun to me.
That's great.
A
Belly
belly
flop.
flop. You can use that to start combos. You can use that if they're going to try to anti-air you. It's an overhead. You can use it on mix-ups. And it just looks really funny.
You get a couple drinks in me, I'll do some belly flops. There we go.
And then lastly, if you're fully loaded, you gain access to the puke, which is a combo starter.
Oh. The reaction's awesome.
I wanted to show it before. And then now notice, after you vomited, she won't serve you for
She
a
says
little while.
no thank you.
Yeah.
Cut off. You're cut off.
Drink responsibly.
That's right. Come back in an hour. Get something to eat.
And then you can see you go for the puke, and it's a combo starter, just like you'd expect. You know, as you'd expect.
As you'd expect, like
Right.
in the real world, sure.
So that is Madame Beau's new set. You can see it's she has kind of
awesome.
a
It's awesome.
It's definitely one of the funnier things in the game, in my opinion.
Ton of personality, and a lot of stuff like, you know, from newer players to older players, there's a lot of stuff you can do. There's
Yes.
some master stuff, and there's some stuff where you're throwing bottles and doing kicks.
Right,
So,
and
fun
none of
little
it's hard to
Raicho throwbacks.
execute. You know, it's a lot of options, but none of it's difficult. I think it'll be pretty straightforward. You can also just, if you don't even want to mess with serving, you could just use her, you know, her low combo starter. You can go into, you know, use the bottle toss to complement your projectiles. She's pretty straightforward, but then she also has that layer of depth that's a lot of fun if you want to get into the drinking.
all right, awesome.
Very cool.
Once you get used to the rules of the drink meter, I think pretty straightforward and a lot of fun and just very funny.
Happy hour. Gotta love it.
I love it. All right, so that is Madame Beau, who will be available to all who own Chaos Reigns at no additional cost.
Cool.
So that's how you can grab Madame Beau for your team. Main event time. We should talk about showing T1000.
T1000, I'm real excited for this.
All right.
He's metal.
So if you were to think about T1000, what kind
He's
of
metal.
players is metal? What kind of players would play a T1000?
I think he is, I would describe him as a,
Can do everything.
yeah, he's like a
He's got range. He's got close up.
range.
He
He's
can
got
close the range.
projectiles. He's like a Swiss Army knife, actually.
Ooh, that's
A little
really
bit of
good.
everything.
And
Yeah.
probably could be a Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's almost like he's a machine that analyzed the best possible attacks in a fighting game and gave them to himself.
Just like me.
I would
Just
say
like me.
there's definitely a lot of things in this character that we've never done before, which
Right.
is really neat, especially with some of the just the technology with the character. You'll see
Yes.
later sometimes when you hit the character, blood will come off, but it's it's not blood, it's liquid metal,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see it go back to the feet of them and things like that.
Extremely cool. And wait till people see him as a victim of
Yep.
a fatal blow and stuff like that. It's really, really neat.
Well, let's take a look at T1000.
All right, so let's take a look at his normals first. As you can imagine, with bladed arms, hands that can become any weapon, he has really good range. Like sweep, uppercut.
Good uppercut range.
Yeah, let's start with his back two, which is a overhead. Pops them up. Now he can actually hold it, and if you fully charge it, he gets a much bigger pop-up.
Cool.
You can also cancel it. So you can go into a low. So let's go over his low. Back
Low.
3-2,
Oh god, that's awesome.
into that
So
headbutt.
overhead lows are a thing here.
Absolutely, that's going to be a reoccurring thing with T1000.
I really like the whole piercing through the knee and skull. It's so cool.
One of my favorite throws too. That's such a cool, just technical looking throw. 'Cause it
Yes,
just phases through them.
It's
I
so
feel
cool.
like you have a favorite throw every throw.
I do. I love throws. And that's one thing about this character too, which you'll see as you go, is like a lot of new things that we have never done before
Yes.
with a character are done with T1000. We'll see some more of that.
Very cool. The blood effects, when he's a victim, all really cool. So let's go over two of his key normals. First is 4-2-2, which is great long range, mid-mid. You're not going to get huge combos off of it, but it's a great kind of safe-ish way to control space.
Everyone loves those mid-space sort of
Exactly.
get-off-me moves.
And complementing that is forward one, this elbow, which can go into this two-player animation.
Where did that arm come from?
absolutely rules. It took me decades to notice he has 3 arms during the helicopter scene.
Do you think he could have 4 arms if he wanted?
I think he can pretty much
Possibly.
do whatever he wants within reason.
You'll also notice in some of his moves, like parts of him will turn to pure metal. Like
Yes.
his knee in that one, there's a headbutt he
it's
does.
so cool.
Yeah.
And I love his standing too. There's just the
What is the
poke.
distance on that? Jeez
Very,
Louise.
very far. Instead of just he does have jabs, but I love that his bloop, standing poking them.
Good mid-range control.
Yeah, that's a very reoccurring thing with T1000, as you can imagine. So you want to see his special moves?
I do.
Let's start with his zoning tools.
Cool.
Pull out the pistol.
Blah, blah.
You can hold it down to do 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
If you EX it, he does a bunch of shots. He also has an advancing gun. You can hold it down. And if you EX it, you can hold the 1 button to go into a stab and switch a spot.
Which is my favorite move of the game. It is the movie through and through.
It looks so awesome. The way he's just walking forward like that.
Do you think he needs bullets, or he can just create more bullets?
That's a very good
He
question.
cannot create machinery.
That's true, yep.
Yeah.
But a bullet's not machinery, is it?
It has
The
multiple
gun he's
components.
putting inside of him.
Yeah.
If you look when he does it, he's putting it inside of him. It's an actual gun.
Right. But I'm just wondering about the bullets.
The bullets are real bullets.
Okay, all right.
They explain in the movie he cannot make machinery, moving parts, stuff like that.
All right.
All right, so let's go over his close quarter. That's your lore minute.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
Down back 2, one of the cooler moves I think, creates Cabal 6 swords, does the classic tornado slam.
How can you not love that?
If you EX it, you get a pop-up. That's going to be one of his core combo starters.
Metal choke slam. Sweet.
Down forward 2 is these 2 hook swords, kind of the hook blade things he creates. If he EX it, it has armor, so that's going to be one of his like, get off me, get away from me, don't pressure me tools. Then he has a great one, the Wrath Hammer. He literally creates Shao Kahn's hammer, the classic hammer from like MK3. That's an overhead.
And then the puddles just come rushing back to him.
I absolutely love
You'll
that
notice that with the
effect.
blood and with the
Yes.
creations, that they'll all come back and reform.
It comes back into it.
So
Reconstitute. Yeah.
Then let's go over one of his air attacks. Maybe my favorite move, the
Blop.
the gloop, the dive gloop.
Dive
You've seen a
gloop.
dive kick. How about a dive gloop?
Gloop. So cool.
And if you EX it, he turns into a puddle, and he has different options from that, which we're going to go over in just a second. So, he has 2 kind of stance moves. Let's start with the puddle. Back forward 3, he becomes the puddle. You hold it back. He can actually go through the opponent. And from there, he can do 1 to do spikes. That's like your quick move. Or you can do 2, which is uppercut, which is a combo starter.
Very cool.
Or you can just hit 3 to come back whenever you want. And if you EX it, it actually starts off with spikes, and that counts as a low. So you can mix it in with the hammer,
Oh, cool.
the back 2, and you can instantly go into the move. So you can just quickly have a low combo starter. Or you can choose to still hold it, go through them, come up behind them in the knockdown, stuff like that. So
Now
it could
this is not a fully invincible move though. Like go ahead and
Correct.
gloop towards me.
yeah, you
so-
can actually hit him out of it.
And now if there's spikes, changes things.
Yes,
But yeah.
exactly. And the spikes are very, very quick. And this has, when you do this, you go into this, you have these moves. So you could quickly go into the uppercut and get a combo off his dive gloop. And then the second stance move is back forward 4, where he turns full metal and starts walking forward. From there, he can end it. He can do this mid attack, which is quick, or he can do a grab.
Very cool.
Now this has armor, and he can either absorb 2 hits or 70 points of damage. So let's try it. So you can use it to punish like a down 1. But if you do something like an uppercut,
You got 2. Oh, his
Yeah.
head. His head's
his head will
flying.
come off and he'll reform.
And there's there's a bunch of different cases for that too, which is a really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like try it with a sweep attack.
Oop, that's not a sweep attack, but knock it out again.
Why are you running away?
Sorry.
He's so scared.
There we go.
His leg will break, yeah.
Yeah.
Now if you EX it, it doubles it. Now he can take more hits and more damage.
Oh, cool.
So let's try that. Uppercut, uppercut, another uppercut. And you know, he can, that's an actual punish because it is the recovery of it.
Punished an uppercut that
Yes. And lastly, if you've got the meter for it, if you EX the back forward 4, you get it down 2 to go into the EX version of the puddle. So you could do stuff like punish a normal attack, then go into the puddle, then go no combo starter. That's going to take a lot of meter, but it can be very, very deadly.
And
this
it's
is
super
a lot of cool mix-ups, a lot of cool thought processes to use while you're using.
Exactly.
these
So I think he's a character that has, you know, it's like he looked at every possible option and has an answer for it.
Right.
You know, it's going to cost a meter, it's going to be your resources, but very, very powerful. That's going to get people scared to attack, and then he can go into his throws, his overhead, his lows.
Got it.
So, want to see his fatal blow?
Yeah.
All right, and that is T1000 coming very shortly to you all to play.
Very cool.
Very excited about it. Thank you so much for that. It was an excellent run through of Madame Bo and T1000. Couple more things before we go. Esports is going, and it's been live, and it's been awesome. We've had Vianality. We've had Pro Competition Mexico. Thank you to both of the tournaments for putting on some of the coolest stuff we've seen. Some of the coolest trophies. Some of the coolest just...
The hat
events.
was
Yeah,
pretty
the
awesome.
hat was
I was
incredible.
super jealous.
One of the best trophies.
You brought the hype and the brutal combos, and we're super excited for it. Next tournament we have
Tell us.
We have next.
Texas Showdown, which I've watched on
Ooh.
stream many times, and they always bring it too.
Nice.
That is March 28th through the 30th. Watch it on stream. Some top tier gameplay. Mark your calendars. Please do not miss it. We're excited.
Is Sonic
for that.
going to be there?
I don't know yet.
I got my money on Sonic. Sonic's going to be there. I got my money on Sonic.
Fair enough.
Bold.
Bold choices. But the tournaments have been great. We've seen a lot of new characters coming out of the woodwork. Really cool to watch.
A lot of cool, crazy team combinations. Characters that people expected that would be there are there.
Very interesting. Some really cool stuff happening. So we hope to see you on stream. DK, anything from you?
We've got some birthday shout-outs.
Dig it.
All right, here we go. We've got Rick Chase, Sarah Cruz, Leo Salgado.
Yeah.
All right, nailed it. Tom Combs, Rizwan, Rizbiz, happy birthday. The Goodman, happy birthday, Goodman. Mike Boone, Arthur Moy, happy birthday, Arthur. Robert Worrell, Mick Chellis, Thomas Amberg, Dave Bolvin, my brother Stephen and his wife Ray, happy birthday. My mom, happy birthday, Mom. And the man, the myth, the legend, the Sean Himrick, happy birthday to you, Sean.
Birthday, everybody. Before we go, we will have after the stream, well, right now, actually, we're going to show the fight that QA did.
Yep.
This one's a doozy.
I actually did it this time.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay,
sure,
done.
I'm sure you did. We get some doozy because it's we got some shape shifting going on.
Woo!
So thank you so much for joining. Stick around for that fight, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
terminated.
Here's Janet. Smash to black.
Final round. Fight.
Say, that's a nice look.
Brutality. T1000 win.